Hello everyone, welcome back to Pably. So in this video we are going to learn how to create Pipefy card from Google Sheets. So here I've created a spreadsheet in Google Sheet where I'm adding some new tasks. So in this case I want whenever a new detail is added in my Google Sheet, automatically using that details, a new card should be created in my Pipefy account. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pably Connect, in which we need to connect a trigger and an action. So in this process, our trigger application will be Google Sheets and our action application will be Pipefy. So to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create a new Pipefy card from Google Sheets. So this is the Google Sheet which I have created with the name Task Management, where I'm adding new task with task title, task description and due date. So in this case, I want whenever a new task is added in my Google Sheet, automatically using that detail, a new card should be created in my Pipefy account. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pably Connect. This is the homepage of Pably Connect. You can visit this page by simply browsing for the URL pably.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. After signing in, you can see all Pably apps window where you can see all the applications of Pably. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pably Connect. This is the dashboard of Pably Connect. Here you can see a create workflow button on the top right corner. Here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this button. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, we have to give a name to our workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create Pipefy card from Google Sheets. And now I'm going to select my folder as Google Sheets. You can select your folder as per your need. Also you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow with the name Create Pipefy Card from Google Sheets. And here you can see two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. Here I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Sheets and my trigger event as new or updated spreadsheet row. And here you can see we have received a webhook URL. That means we will use this webhook URL to connect our Google Sheets with Pably Connect. So following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my Google Sheet account, and here I've created a spreadsheet with the name Task Management. So here I'm going to add a new task where I've added task title as add Facebook leads to Google Sheets, task description as whenever a new lead is generated in Facebook lead ads, add them to Google Sheets as a new row, and a due date. So here to connect my Google Sheets with Pably Connect, here I'm going to click on this extensions, and from here I'm going to click on add-ons. Now under add-ons, I'm going to select get add-ons. Now here in this Google Workplace Marketplace, you have to search for Pably Connect webhooks. And then you have to install this Pably Connect webhooks in your PCs. So here I've already installed this Pably Connect webhooks in my PC. So here I'm going back. And now after installing Pably Connect webhooks, you have to follow the same steps. So now moving back. Here I'm going to click on this extensions again, and here you can see we have received the option of Pably Connect webhooks. Now here I'm going to click on this initial setup. And here in initial setup, you can see we have received two fields, that are webhook URL and trigger column. So moving back to Pably window, here I'm going to copy this webhook URL. Now after copying the webhook URL, moving back to Google Sheets, here I'm going to enter the webhook URL. And then it is asking for trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent to webhook URL. So here my trigger column will be C. And now I'm going to click on the submit. And here you can see it says setup configured successfully. And now I'm going to click on this send test. And here you can see it says test data sent successfully. So now moving back. Now after setting up the webhook, you have to follow another very important step so that you can easily receive new responses. So for that you have to click on this extensions again, and from here you have to click on Pably Connect webhooks, and now under Pably Connect webhooks you have to click on this send on event. By doing this, Pably Connect can easily capture the new responses. So now let's move back to Pably window. And here you can see we have successfully received a response where we have received task title, task description, spreadsheet name and other details. So with this we have successfully set up our trigger. Now let's move to action step. Here I'm going to select my action application as Pipefy and my action event as create a cart. And now to connect my Pipefy with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Pipefy account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking for new connection name. So here I'm going to give the name as Google Sheets. And then here it is asking for token. So here following the instructions given below, here I have already logged in my Pipefy account and then it says go to the tokens page. So for that here I'm going to click on this token keyword. And here you can see it has taken me to personal access tokens. So from here I'm going to click on this generate new token. And for the token name, here I'm going to give the name as Google Sheets. And then save. And here you can see I have successfully created a token. So here I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to click on this save. And after generating the personal access token, moving back to Pabbly window, here I'm going to enter the token. And then after entering all the details, I'm going to click on this save. And here you can see we are successfully connected. So now moving forward, here it is asking for organization ID. So here I'm going to select my organization ID, which is Pablisten. Moving forward, and now here it is asking for pipe ID. So for that, let me take you back to my Pipefy account. And here you can see I have created a pipe ID with the name task management. So moving back to Pabbly window, here I'm going to select my pipe ID, that is task management. Moving forward, and now here it is asking me for a title. So here I'm going to enter the title such as task created. You can add your title as per your need. Moving forward, here you can select your face ID accordingly. Here I'm going to select the face ID as inbox. Moving forward, and now here it is asking for due date. So here instead of entering the date manually, here I will map the due date. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here we will map the data from the response we have received in our Google Sheets. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that whenever a new detail is added in our Google Sheets, automatically this previously existing details will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map the due date. Moving forward, here I'm going to map the task title. And here I'm going to map the task description. So here I've done mapping the data and now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see we have successfully received a response. So now let's go and check our Pipefy account. And here you can see we have successfully created a new card with the current face as inbox, title as add Facebook leads to Google Sheets and due date as May 3. Let me open this card for you. And here you can see the task description, that is whenever a new lead is generated in Facebook lead ads, add them to Google Sheets as a new row. So with this we have successfully set up our automation. Now let's test our automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we need to create a new task in our Google Sheets. And for that, let me take you back to my Google Sheet. So here I'm going to add a new task title, that is send a WhatsApp message to Facebook lead ads leads. And then I'm going to enter the task description as whenever a new lead is generated in Facebook lead ads, then send a WhatsApp message to them. And now I'm going to enter the due date as 2024 10th May. Now after entering all the details, let's go and check our Pipefy account again. And here you can see we have successfully created a new card with the current face as inbox and title as send a WhatsApp message to Facebook lead ads leads and due date is May 10. So let me open this card for you. And here you can see the task description, that is whenever a new lead is generated in Facebook lead ads, then send a WhatsApp message to them. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken a trigger as Google Sheets and an action as Pipefy, so that whenever a new detail is added in our Google Sheets, automatically using that details, a new card should be created in our Pipefy account. If you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can contact us on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can contact us on www.pabbly.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.